Okay, so my mom's dog got in a fight with the other dog, and I had to, I tried to pause my video to go help, and it cut my video off. So this is going to be a continuation of the other video, because I don't know how to join them. So, anyways, so we're just going to continue with this. And you just want to continue with just enough to where it reaches past your bead. You want to bring your wire up, your weaving wire up to the top base wire, and wrap it around your top base wire twice. Bring it back down to the bottom wire, wrap it around twice. Back up to your top wire, wrap it around twice. Bottom wire twice. Top wire twice. Bottom wire twice. Top wire twice. Bottom wire twice. Now you want to do this weave, I guess, in about 24 times, 25, just until you're satisfied with the length between your bead and where your curls are going to be. And this is going to help hold your bead in place. These are coin beads. Or any bead. I mean, it just helps hold them in place. Okay, so I'm going to cut my wire now, my weaving wire. And I'm going to anchor it just a tiny bit, but not much. We have to anchor it permanently, as permanent as we can get after we're done putting these little curls in. So I'm going to remove a tiny amount of my base wire here and leave just a little bit more on this top one, unless you want your curls to be completely even, you know, and then you can do it that way. But I want this one to be smaller than this one. So now I'm going to take this and bring it in. And I'm going to cut this flat part off here. That way my center, the center of my curl is as as round as I can make it. Sorry about my dogs, guys. It's loud here at my house. Okay, I'm going to cut that little flat part just so that my curl is as round as I can make it in the middle there. Now, don't forget to push your weave down. So don't forget to push your weave down as close as you can get it to your bead. This is going to help hold your bead in place. Okay, now we're going to switch to the other side. I'm going to put this around my ring mandrel to see where I'm at. Whoops. Jumped off there. Okay, so now I'm going to be switching to, or back to my 30 gauge round wire. You know what? We don't need very much of this, so just like a foot and a half, something like that. Now, all this wire came from Rio Grande, just so everybody knows. Copper Wire USA is really good too. That's what I started out on. Liver of Sulfur also looks a little different on it. It's got more of a black tone to it. This has like a steel gray effect to wire from Rio Grande. Okay, so we're going to start our weave on this side. And I'm going to, let me adjust my camera. I'm going to wrap around one either or wire 2 or 3 times. And then I'm going to cut my tail off. Just enough so that I can wrap it around and then through the middles of these wires here. That way my tail doesn't, the tail of my wire doesn't snag on my steel wool if I use LOS or touch the skin. Okay, so I'm going to wrap 2 times around both wires. One, 2, 3 times around the bottom wire. It's just a simple 3x2 weave. 1, 2, 2 times around both wires. 1, 2, 3 times. 3 times around your bottom wire. So it's 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. And I'm going to do this about 8 times. So I'll end up with 8 of these double wraps here, okay? Just keep pushing your weave together just so that it's nice and tight. Now I'm just going to separate my base wire right here so that it's a little easier for me to get my weaving wire through. Okay, so I'm gonna cut my weaving wire now, or you can continue it up to here, just a coil all the way up to about right there, I'd say, and you could have a little bit more decoration. But I'm gonna cut this one. cut it to where you can get it in between these two wires, or so that it'll be in between your wire and your wire, right? Because it's going to be a curl. Push these guys real close together, and then squeeze your anchor on your band. Just a little squeeze, and a little squeeze right here. You can also go down your weave and give it a little squeeze, just to make sure everything stays nice and tidy when you go to curl it around. So I'm going to put these together, back together like that. And I'm going to put this back on my ring mandrel. Hold this nice and tight right here. Okay, so hold it really tight right here. My mom's dogs were fighting over a bone, so I had to pause the video. I don't like doing edits, but I had to pause it. Anyways, hold it right here. And give it a twist. Flip it around. Flip your ring mandrel around with your ring on it. And hold it right here. Pull and twist at the same time. Okay, and we're going to take it back off the ring mandrel. Okay, so I'm going to take my pliers, my nylon jaw pliers. Just bring this on around to where it reaches your ring band. Make sure that stays nice and flat. Pull these on around here. I cut my wire, but anyways, you can leave your wire on or you can cut it. You don't have to do this part, but it helps. So I'm going to start my weave with just one wrap, two, and I need to anchor it before I push it down in between those two wires. Now push this down in between these wires. You may have to separate them just a tiny bit. And now you want to go over through the wires, back around, over, through the wires, and under this wire. Then we're going to go around the ring band. And then around this wire. Around, through, under, over, through. And then I'm going to anchor this one off. Now this just helps to anchor your curls to your band a little better. I'm going to cut this off. Push it in between these wires here. give it a nice squeeze. Push them together. Now I'm going to cut this wire first. Now I want it to be a little shorter than this one. And I'm gonna wrap this one first. And I'm going to cut this flat part off so that the inside of my curl is as round as I can make it. Sometimes that little piece in the middle ends up being flat because it's the part you grab, you know. And then I'm going to just curl it. And I'm going to pull this one out. And curl this one in too. Anyways, we're almost done. I'm gonna do liver sulfur for this, but I'm gonna do it on a separate video because I need to take a break. Thank you guys for watching too, in case I forget. But anyways, you want to curl this all the way down and in, and make sure that you push your weave in. You can go either way with this. You know, you can also pull this up a little and push it in over top of this guy. And then just squeeze it together. Okay. Then I'm going to go back to my ring mandrel. And then I'm gonna make sure that all of my things, all of my curls are round as my, round like my ring is. And also size it at the same time. So just adjust it until you're satisfied, you know? And I'm going to do a close-up, if I can get it to work. This is what it looks like after it's been oxidized. You'll be able to access the oxidization process soon, because I'm going to make that one. probably tonight or in the morning. Thank you guys for watching and have a really great day.